I'm just saying Medford knife and Main Street knives and the American Service knife. What's up, Johnny? Excited for the War Series, even more excited for the Samurai knives. Yeah, they're all coming. Howdy from Texas. Remember to guard your privacy. All right, good. Hey, you guys. Well, I guess we can hang out and chat for a minute till we get a few people to jump on with us. I've got, what do I have going on here? We have a new coin we're going to show you guys. And maybe this is of no interest to anybody. This one's held for review. I'll show that. I've been like working on a coin. You guys know we've done some coins, and we thought we would do a really cool dominance coin from the election that just happened. You know, for those of you who, there's all sorts of like feedback from everybody, and I think I should maybe address that. Like everyone says, oh, you guys aren't complaining now that you won the election. Well, we're not complaining because the election was conducted in one day. We're not complaining because the election was conducted and concluded basically within one day with some stragglers the following day. We're not complaining because the numbers are on track with historical voting trends and there aren't 15 to 20 million unexplained votes. We're not complaining because they didn't send out all of these redundant mail-in ballots and count many votes twice. We're not complaining because all of those crazy anomalies, you know, we never complained before. We didn't complain in 2016. We didn't complain, but in 2020, something odd happened, and we wanted it explained. So you complain. Like, for instance, let's say your wife comes home and she has like a pubic hair on her lip and the smell of cock in her mouth. You'd want that explained. I'd be like, hey, I'm a progressive guy and all, but I'm not that progressive. What the fuck is going on? But if she just comes home from work and she's tired out, I don't need that explained. But if she's 2 hours and 15 minutes late, her lipstick's all smeared, her panties are missing, she's got a bite mark on her neck, a glow in her cheeks, and she needs to go hop in the shower right away, there's some splaining to do, Lucy. That was 2020 for us. We said, hey, you know, something's not right. It wasn't the not winning. We've never complained about not winning. I mean, any more than anybody else, we kvetch a little bit. I'm just glad it went down the way it did. I didn't want the revolution that I was loaded. All you need is another couple of bad years in the knife business. Bunch of knife guys would have had machine guns on the roof. I've got a really cool coin that we made to basically kind of commemorate the election and what's happened since. I'm going to show it to you guys today. And then what we're going to do is, if you go over to our Instagram page, that's Medford Knife Official. Medford Knife Official. That's not Medford Knife, the one that's been stolen, and at the top says it 2020 has put me in a fucking perpetual. It's going to be okay. If you go to Medford Knives on Instagram, you'll see I don't do much there because Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg have blocked all of us in the knife industry from really doing any significant self-promotion there. But what happened is, since they've blocked us all so much, I don't put any energy into it. But also, oddly enough, at the C-suite level of Instagram, somebody was able to hijack my account and kept it. And at the top, it says, reach out to me, Greg, if you want your site back. Now, Instagram won't help me get that back. I don't know what kind of company in the world could charge you for a product and be a part of a product and never take a call in 3 years. But I've been off Instagram for years. But we do have an Instagram page. It's Medford Knife Official. If you go to Medford Knife Official, I think it's really small. There's maybe 10 or 12,000 people there. But if you go there, you can take a look and you will see a little vote for today. And we're having you vote whether we're going to do this in gold or in titanium. Here's the coin. It's our 47 coin. I'll let you guys check it out up close and personal. Let me see if I can get this thing up. If I can get it to focus in on there. So you see we've got Trump, Musk, Bobby, Vance, and Tulsi. It says MAGA at the top, 47 at the bottom. It's got their names around the outside, inside the stripe. Now, the other side, before I show you the other side, I want to tell you a couple things about it. I have some pieces of tape on it because I want you to have to get one to know what it is. So, obviously, we've got the image of Trump as he stands up and says, fight, 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 American flag engraved in the background. And around the outside are 7 very interesting pieces of information. And if you get them and you figure out what they are, it's going to tell you a little story, but you have to do some research. But it's a fantastic story that leads up to this moment. I hope you guys really enjoy the coin. They are titanium, 1/8 inch thick, cut and milled here in the shop. Then they are deep laser engraved heavily. They look like and feel like a struck coin made out of titanium, which really isn't done because titanium doesn't flow. And so it has to be cut like this. I think you guys are really digging. Now, here's the deal with this coin. They will be numbered. They're all going to be numbered down here. This is the prototype. They'll all be numbered on his pocket, on Trump's pocket. And anybody who buys a knife between now and Inauguration Day from Medford Knife and Tool, you're going to get one of these coins included in your purchase. That's anybody who does a purchase starting right now. These are not for sale. They will be very, very collectible. We've seen these coins sell. We did a coin earlier in the year, and those go for some. We have seen those sell for multi-$100s, which is I kind of figured was going to happen at some point eventually. But I would keep it paired up with the knife. So this is our inauguration coin, our 47 coin featuring Donald Trump and his dream team. Now, this is Medford knives only, not Main Street knives. It's probably costs $100 to make this coin, maybe $60 to make the coin. And we can't give that out on a $200 knife. So these are for my legacy line of Medford Knife and Tool. Now, what we are going to do for Main Street knives and for American Service knife, if you buy a complete Main Street knife or a complete American Service knife, you will get our MAGA Dream Team shirt, which you'll see it's up on our website. It's really cool. I know, I think they're $30 or $32. We're going to include one of those in your purchase. So between now and Inauguration Day, it's kind of like a Marvel Justice League, or I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call the Marvel Universe guys when they're all together. But that's a cool shirt, and you'll find that on our site if you go on your phone or anywhere else and you look on Gear Up, I think it's called. Anyway, I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a beautiful coin. There are not going to be many of them ever made. All original artwork. And it's got a really cool story, which is under the tape on the back, so you can't see it. I didn't want you video sleuthers blowing it, because everybody on the internet can kind of get whatever they want done, figure everything out. I didn't want that to happen. So I hope you guys enjoy it. They're super cool. I am totally digging this thing. It's our Dominance Coin number 2. It is the post-election Dominance Coin of Donald J. Trump, 47th President of the United States and 45th. I'm super stoked about this. If you go over, Jesus, I told you all this shit about Instagram and I didn't get to the point. I'm getting old. If you go to Medford Knife Official on Instagram, you can vote. You can also vote here now. Down at the bottom, I think there's a place where you can vote for silver or for gold. If you guys vote, if silver wins, I'm going to leave it. If gold wins, at the end of this video, I will walk out and I will anodize this thing gold live on screen. So I see we're currently, the votes down at the bottom. The titanium is sitting at 60%, gold is at 40%. Titanium's at 55, gold is at 45. It's like I'm watching a stock ticker, a commodities market ticker. Silver back to 64. Okay, all right, I'm seeing like a 2-to-1 leave it titanium. You guys are gonna love these. There are so many cool little fun things about this. Little Easter eggs in here to find that I think are just amazing. I know Trump is all about the gold. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think it was going to go this way, but you know, I'm going to yield to what you guys want. If you guys want it silver, we'll let it remain raw burnished titanium. It's pretty sexy. Now Lindsay's walking down here. We've got her coming down for a reason. What's up, Lindsay?
Instagram's sitting at 62 for bronze and 38% for silver.
The complete opposite.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. How is that happening? And I'm right here on YouTube, and it's saying 62% for silver, 38% for gold.
That's wild. The complete. Yeah, you're right.
It's almost the exact opposite number.
And then on another one, it says 57 for bronze and 43 for silver.
What's the other one? What are you talking about? Is that on?
I put it on a story too.
Oh, okay. So you're getting a consensus for gold from the other sites.
I'm getting a consensus they prefer the bronze.
Yeah, the gold color.
Yeah.
Yeah. How bizarre. We're gonna let this run for a little bit, and then if everyone arrives at gold, then maybe I'll go shoot just a short, making it gold. I was gonna do it live, but like we're almost split down the middle. I didn't expect this. And then you guys are on YouTube. You guys are telling me just do the hair gold. Oh my God, that would be funny as shit. We probably could just do the hair gold. That's actually pretty funny, recreational. So this is our predictions hour. So for those of you who don't want to hear my opinion about the world or anything else, I totally get it. I'm just another asshole like everybody else, but I'm getting ready to drop a little, I'm gonna fumigate some wisdom on politics and geopolitical, the geopolitical chessboard right now. So hold on for the ride. Here we go. If you don't like to hear this stuff, knife time is over, and now we'll be talking about lifetime. We were talking about knife time, now you're at Uncle Greg's life hour. Let me get rid of this poll thing that's showing here. No, I don't want to end the poll. I'm not sure how to minimize the poll. That's a phrase you'll never hear me say. Let's talk about geopolitics for a minute. So, Trump takes office in January. He's already clearly talked to numerous world leaders. We don't have anybody actually currently driving the country. Apparently, it's okay to be running the country and be incompetent to run again. That's pretty crazy. Just like carbon emissions are the end of the world. They're the end all be all. It's all good. It's all over. Within 100 years, we're all dead. As I drink from a styrofoam cup. But we can't have nuclear power because that makes some poisonous rocks we got to deal with. And it's like, oh my God, this is one of the best. Well, this is man. Greg, speaking of a ride, I watched that Scab's response to you. I can't believe that American makers can just magically make good, cheap knife. Yeah, those guys are good dudes. They're not economists, though, and I can address that in a minute. But I want you to imagine what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen, and this is what happens when you get the Senate, you get the House, and you get the White House, and you have a friendly Supreme Court. This is what should happen. Trump immediately says, turn on the oil spigots. Global confidence and stability goes up. The Europeans don't like it because they know they're going to get called out on their European bullshit. All of you folks who live in Europe know that your governments are stupid. They do some nice things, but they're also stupid. And Ukraine is happening because of the weakness of Europe. And Ukraine is happening because of the weakness of the United States. At least a perceived weakness, the weakness of leadership. So here's what's going to happen. And a lot of people don't really connect all these, so I'm going to connect it for you. Russia is a petrochemical welfare state. They're not like a big global producer, really. But they are a petrochemical welfare state, very much like Norway and Saudi Arabia. Norway, who prides itself on its green living up there amongst the trees and snow, while they're pulling oil out of the ground, selling it, they're like drug dealers who live well and go to church. They're quiet, they're secretly drug dealers. They're basically lecturing the whole world on green, clean living and having their citizens lecture the whole world, shaming us all, waggling their finger at us, while they have a government that's subsidized by selling oil on the world marketplace so that they can all drive electric cars and have fans everywhere. Windmills. Funny. It's funny how libs can live in absolute paradox and they're totally okay with it. Well, if we live clean, we use electric cars. It's all natural, it's all clean. All paid for with oil money sold to everyone else. Crazy. Saudis, same thing. Except the Saudis don't care. They'll drive around in a chain load of Suburbans. Same with the Saudis. Petrochemical welfare state. Not known for really exporting anything, just having wealth and being investors. Same as Russia. Russia is a petrochemical welfare state that offers a social fabric and structure that they really can't afford because they export oil on the global marketplace and make wealth with it. I have heard various numbers over the years, but oil needs to sit at like $76 a barrel for your typical petrochemical welfare state to break even the way they're currently set up. I think that's kind of fascinating. It's pretty similar between Russia, Norway, and Saudi Arabia. So when we have the price of a barrel of an oil drop below $76 a barrel, these countries are losing, they can't pay for themselves. They run a deficit. When oil is sitting at $100 a barrel, let's see what oil's trading at today, just for fun. When oil's sitting at $100 a barrel, Russia has a 25% surplus on their petrochemical welfare state where they can do war. And that's how they pay. So let's see here. I'm going to look up current price of oil. It's kind of fun. We'll see what we get. It's at $68.99 a barrel. And it has been trending down. It's been trending down. When is this from? 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 6 months. It's been trending down for the last, since September. It's been trending down. Why do you think it's trending down? The reason it's trending down is everyone was pretty certain Trump was going to win, or there was going to be a revolution, because we could all feel it in the air. Even the Democrats could feel it in the air, and that's why their news was being reported the way it was. So it's been trending down in anticipation of an energy-friendly president. Why do the big oil companies not want to do this? Well, because they don't like changing tack. They want to be in all this alternative energy, and it gives them some shade from the greenies yelling at them and having to defend themselves. I think they should wear black suits covered in oil and say, fuck it, this whole place runs on oil. If you want us to shut down, most of you won't be able to get a cheeseburger in 90 days. I say be a baller and call it like it is. Don't be a pansy and fucking drink the Kool-Aid. The LGBTQ green energy fan, no hunting Kool-Aid. Fuck that. I say let it rip. Red, white, blue, and black, as in crude oil black. Fascinating. It's sitting at about $70 a barrel right now, which is pretty break even for the petrochemical states. Watch it go to 45 when Trump's in, and that makes everyone scary because they like to control the supply so they can squeeze us as much as possible and sell us pickup trucks so that our gas costs us $120 a tank. I don't know. It's just an observation. So here's what I think what's going to happen is Trump takes office, and we're going to see the price of oil drop below 50, maybe $40 a barrel. I think we're going to see gas down at $1.50, $1.80 a gallon rates. I think we're going to see all of a sudden that $5,000 a year that it's cost families to deal with Biden inflation. I think we're going to see that Biden inflation disappear almost instantly, and we may see something in the other direction. We may see some prices fall, because at some point, if your costs fall, you do want to pass that on. SK, you could say you think I'm dreaming, but the way oil works, it all works in a really tight margin of within 2 or 3% at the very top. So if we throw 2% of new oil into the market, it crushes. Gas will go down, you guys. Trust me. And all of you guys who think you know better, I've been tracking this shit for decades. You watch. We will see less than $2 a gallon gas. When you see gas at less than $2 a gallon, and maybe it ought to be $2.15 a gallon. I don't know what it ought to be. I don't think anybody ought to be saying what it's supposed to be. I think, they say the oil companies are greedy, and an average oil company, I think they make something like 15 cents a gallon as their profit margin, and your average municipality or tax from the government's near $1. So I don't know if you want to find out, who's really making money off oil. It's definitely governments. I don't know if it's the dirty, rotten, evil oil industry. I don't know how to stop this thing. Let me see here. Yeah. Hold on, you guys. I'm just dealing with some of the comments here. Yeah, so it'll be pretty interesting to see when gas goes down and people are not spending an extra couple $1,000s a year on gas. When we see groceries compress, because these companies are all going to compete with each other for placement in the market, and they're going to start competing on value. We're going to see prices drop on stuff. It's going to adjust to the market. And when that happens, and it won't be because some politician came in and did price fixing, which is the most communist thing ever. When that happens, everyone can go, oh my God, Greg, you were right about that too. But I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a rebound in the consumer sector, in the consumer economy in the United States. That'll be powerful to watch. Now, when you see Putin constrained with his cash reserves, and you see Iran not making the money from its oil sales, which it's undoubtedly doing still, they're less likely to be paying for new missiles and bringing Koreans over to fight in the Ukrainian war. And it gives the president some leverage. And the president can go over and say, hey, for what it's worth, I dropped the prices down to $50 a barrel. How'd you like to see $35 a barrel? And then you see what the Saudis, you see what the Iranians, and you see what Putin says when you say, how's $35 a barrel sound for you? Because we could open up pumping in the United States and make oil drop to $35 a barrel. And if that happened, it would collapse the economies of their countries. It's amazing leverage. So what you're going to see is you're going to see peace in Ukraine very, very quickly, I'm guessing, because they see a big hammer coming and a guy who's got the balls to do it. I think you're going to see Iran pull its reins in, and you're going to see Hezbollah pull out of Lebanon. You'll see Hamas very willing to come to the table and strike a peace deal. And you can't cry war atrocity when you start the war. Sorry. Fuck those guys. Next, it's the poor people. They're all behind it. They're all in on it. When you poll them, 90% of them support the death of every Israeli. So they're not innocent like we are. I don't even know if we are. Shit. Yeah, and business is going to jump to life. It's going to be pretty amazing, and it's going to happen ridiculously fast. I'm super excited about it. Because I remember what happened last time he got elected. I do remember the first 2.5 years, and we were all like, what just happened? Oh my God. The economy just turns on like a big light switch. All right, so I don't know what the other ones are saying right now. I can tell you we're sitting at 60-40 in favor of leaving it silver. So I am going to leave this silver for now. I wanted to have you guys come on and see our new number 47 Dream Team number 47 commemorative coin. We'll be giving out one of these free for every Medford knife and tool knife that we sell. For ASK and for Main Street, you'll get a t-shirt for every whole knife that you purchase. You gotta buy a complete knife. You can't buy a part off ASK and get a t-shirt with that. We did a limited edition Dream Team shirt, and you'll get one of those included with your knife purchase. I think they're kind of fun, and the artwork is great. You guys can go to medfordknife.com and check them out now. Go in there to Gear Up, click on Gear Up, and you'll see the t-shirt pretty quickly. This guy, I didn't want the outside information available to anyone but the guys who get one of these coins. And for those of you who missed earlier, got Vance, Musk, Bobby, and Tulsi on there. And in the middle, the boss, number 47. These will be numbered in the code pocket. Right here, it'll be 001 through however many we make. These will be available now until Inauguration Day. Every knife you buy from Medford Knife and Tool, you will get that. Every knife you buy from Main Street Knives or American Service Knife, you get the Dream Team t-shirt with it. You'll be able to pick your size. It's really cool. Great shirt. And then for those of you who don't know, our holiday show is coming up on Friday. And not this Friday, next Friday. So that would be, I'm so used to looking everything up on my phone. Let me see if I can look this up here. Calendar. Oh, look at that. So November 29th. So that's not this Friday, but next Friday, the November 29th, we're going to do it at 4 p.m. Arizona time. We're going to do a live virtual holiday show. It will have the last of the sculpted knives. It will have a bunch of knives that that we've been speccing for the show for the last month or so. And it will be a great time to get some holiday gifts. The country is turning back on. Let the bull run loose. We'll send the bear back into the cave to hibernate for 4 years. See what happens on the next election. I hope that this team does amazingly well. So well that America says, that was awesome. Let's do that again. Oh, we can't do it with him? Re-elect that vice president. Sounds like a great idea. That would, if they can keep the ball rolling and do a reform of America, a bit of a reset on America, maintain all of our values, maintain the very best, and get rid of the sluggish stuff that doesn't represent us well, I think it would be awesome. We were talking about today, everyone always asks me, what would you do, Greg? I'd put a sunset clause on everything. Every 10 years, no matter what bill you pass, every 10 years it has to be renewed or it automatically cancels. I would pass a balanced budget amendment. And I would pass an insider trading clarity requirement for Congress. They're going to insider trade no matter what you do. So now you have to insider trade. You can't proxy trade. If you proxy trade, you'll go to jail. You can insider trade, and they have to be published in real time. Through the congressional, I would have a congressional commodities exchange for all of those people who are all in Congress. There's 435 of them plus 100 senators. It's 535 people that all buy and sell and own stocks. They should all have to have them. All of their earnings should go through the Congressional Securities Exchange. That's what I would do. 3 amendments that would fix the country. So the corruption would go away because while they're cheating, we can all see it at the same time, which means it's not cheating anymore. There's no advantage. We can all jump in on it. I would do that, first of all. And I would manage anybody who owns stocks or buys stocks. They can't own them. They can't have a proxy or they're breaking the law. And you put them in jail for breaking the law. All they have to do is convert their holdings over to their new manager, which is their management through the Congressional Securities Exchange. I think it would be spectacular. We could all watch it in real time, and it would literally tell you the future because they know what's going on. It's all on a website. We can all look at it. It's a transparency and leadership. We know you're going to insider trade. We want to see it. That way, fine, insider trade, we all get to. Awesome. Second thing I would do is that balanced budget amendment. You can't do ongoing resolutions. You can't do reconciliation. All you can do is balance a budget every year. And if you don't, the government shuts down until you submit a balanced budget. Constitutional amendment that they can't fuck around with. That would force a lot of austerity because you have to balance the budget. They don't have to balance it now. It's like a credit card that has no limit. They just keep spending. Trump included, everybody. I want a choker chain on all these sumbitches, which is why Musk is there. It's why Vivek is doing what he's going to do. And then the last thing is a sunset clause. Now think about this. You got 435 representatives of Congress, 100 senators, you got 535 people. Their sole job is to find something to do and make a name for themselves. There's no work actually to do in Congress. Well, they have to pass a budget, but they don't have to. They just pass an ongoing resolution. No budget. We're functioning with no budget. If you passed an amendment that said it was mandatory, you had to have a balanced budget closed at the end of each fiscal year, that they would have to do that work. The second, they would all have to negotiate. The second thing is, they have so little to do. They spend a lot of their times grandstanding and naming highways and buildings and fostering the tearing down of statues and saddling up to social issues that are not very relevant to our nation. That's for sure, okay? Let's keep them busy. So if every 10 years, every law that was passed, canceled automatically, it's sunsetted. There's an end in sight always. What it would mean is the very best of things that we all agree on the most, that are the least risky for someone to vote on, year one, this wouldn't happen, but by the 10th year, they'd have to be renewing everything. There would be real work to do every year. And let's say some crazy Democrat administration passed a assault weapons ban. Well, they pulled that off and we're all pissed off because the country was mad at something the Republicans did and voted Democrats. And the Democrats say, we've got a mandatory, now we're taking away your guns. And we all lose our shit about it and we can't do anything about it. In 10 years, it automatically goes away unless the Republican administration comes in, changes the law. But once they pass laws, this shit, it's a quagmire of overregulation. And America has basically become an overregulated, over-safetied, virtually incompetent country. We're incompetent as a nation. Does anybody else sense it besides me? California is this amazing place filled with all these amazing people. It's multicultural creativity, on and on and on. It's amazing. And they can't build a train. We put a train across the continent for the first time with wooden bridges in the 1880s, right? They can't put a train between Los Angeles and San Francisco. They can't get it built. Billions of dollars in a decade's time. Nothing. We're an incompetent, silly country. Why? Because everybody who's competent has been shackled and hamstrung by the nerds from high school. The nerds from high school resent that they didn't get any pussy. They resent they didn't get elected prom king. They resent that these guys out on the football field, in the basketball court, in the hockey team, in the wrestling team, they resent that girls like them and that they were invited to the parties. They resent that. And that's who's running the country. A bunch of fucking resentful nerds. They're a bunch of cunts. If they weren't a bunch of cunts, they would see the value of people who risk it all for excellence. That's what athletes do every single day. I always try and hire guys that have done school sports. They've been my best team members in my company since day one. If I could fill the whole building with people who did sports competitively, I would take those folks over guys who didn't. 100% always. Why? They want to excel. Why? They take critique. Critique doesn't crush them. They've had some crazy coach critique the shit out of them. Nothing is more personal than what you're doing wrong on the wrestling mat. Insert sport, tennis court, field hockey, anything that men or women do competitively that's serious. I'll take those guys every single day of the week. I'll even take them over a college-educated, self-entitled brat. That's what's made us a silly people. And that would explain why they call us deplorables. I don't know. I'm having a little fun today. I've been in a really wacky mood for the last couple of weeks. And we wanted to do this coin. I hope you guys really like it. It's looking to me like it's a fair split between titanium and gold. I'm going to go check the outcome of the other two polls we're doing. These polls will be accurate, unlike that poll that happened out of Iowa that spooked everybody 2 days before the election. Amazing times. We live in interesting times, fascinating times. And we used to say, when I was a kid, I would hear adults say, oh, it's one bad choice or another. And it's not that. Come on in. It's not one bad choice or another. It's one amazing choice that is an incredible mirror to the rest of our behavior versus a bad choice that is a mirror to our bad behavior, all of it. What's going on, Amy?
I saw one of the comments and I wanted to make sure that you,
I can't see them because I'm going to
That's
end
okay.
this. I'm going to end this poll.
the guy, somebody wants to know if they can preview, and I know they can preview the show, but maybe give them details about that.
Oh, would you go get Lindsay and ask her to come in here? We're going to
Yeah.
fumigate some wisdom on the situation. All right. Let's see. Let me go through and look at some comments here. Excited for the new war series. Hey, out in Texas. Sup, you pimp. What's going on? Good afternoon to those of you say. Afternoon from the great state of Illinois. Hello, Illinois. Howdy from communist California. Moving to Nevada on Saturday. Nevada's not much better. Guard my privates and my personality. I want one before seeing it. All hail the great President Trump. Hey, Greg, looking forward to the mystery knife. Mystery knife's a coming. It's really cool. The people spoke for the first time since 1776. 2020 has put me in a fucking perpetual bad mood. TC Blades, don't be in a bad mood. We're good. I finally made it into one of the lives. Oh, yeah, good to have you here, Luneth. Just bought a Praetorian Slim Fipper. It's made better than... Well, listen. Glad you like the knife. Yo, Greg, reporting in from southern New Jersey. You guys almost went Republican. That would have been fucking nuts. This is the shit. Glad you like it. Nice. What's the ticket? The ticket is buy a knife. Does that include Main Street knives? No. Neurotic knives. Gotcha. Good morning from the Philippines. Oh, out in the Philippines. That's Tagalog. You guys don't know that I speak Tagalog. Yeah, but the Russian. We got a Russian checking in. Hey there. Unless it's a bot. The yellow man needs gold. Gold for Trump. Never seen a real Bitcoin. We're not doing Bitcoin. It's Trump. It must be gold. I'm from Russia, the city of Yekaterinburg. Yekaterinburg. All right. Well, how do we say hello in Russian? Das vidanya? Is that goodbye?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Thank you for being here. Spasiba. All right. Just do the hair gold. I love the hair gold thing. Split it, Greg. I just did. I learned more from you at the LA Times. Yeah, the LA Times, a bunch of commie homos. Of course, you don't learn anything from those douchebags. But if they did a whole series on how to do anal properly and when to squeeze, you'd learn a shit ton from them, literally. Here we go. Luneth, man, Greg, speaking of a ride, I watched that Scabs response to your live you did for Veterans Day with Emerson, and I can't believe he thinks American makers can just magically make. Yeah, a lot of Americans, they don't understand. They just don't understand. I wouldn't unsubscribe. I would support those guys. They just don't know. It's okay. Both gold drill, baby drill. Hey, Greg, like the Kennedys. Yeah, like the Kennedys. Saudis roll hard. Colin, Fallout finish. Not doing the coin in a Fallout finish. All the hippies are too old to care now. That's true. 250 years of oil under our feet. Neurotic knives, you're right about that. You want a gold Trump coin? Too late. They're already available in Israel. Yeah, this isn't a Trump. This isn't a gold coin. This is a titanium coin commemorating the badass from a badass knife company. It's the Dominance Coin. It's not a challenge coin. It's a Dominance Coin. Get it right. Up until number 8 today. Black gold. I think you're dreaming. SK, it's okay. I've been around doing this a long time. The amazing
I
Karnak.
can vouch for your supreme knowledge.
My
So
accuracy.
annoying.
This is my ex-wife saying my accuracy over time is so fucking annoying. Let's see. Dream on. Gas ain't going down. Yeah, that's more salt, whatever that mere salt, that is kind of a leftist Democrat thinking. The evil oil companies. I don't know how great they are, but they're not all evil because, goddamn, I like cheeseburgers and we need gas to get them here. But it's supply and demand. You watch what happens. Just trust me on this. As long as Biden doesn't start World War III on his way out, that's absolutely true. I heard he shit his pants today. Did you guys see that? It was on CNN, so it's got to be true. My Exxon stock won't tolerate it. Gas is absolutely going down. These limps don't know shit. Zach, you're probably right. I'm going to go with you on that. Until the Raptor, Bobby Sherman, that's awesome idea. I think that the rich are going to get richer and the middle class will get poorer. SK, you are clearly a Marxist. You've been watching CNN too long. You've been watching MSNBC too long. What makes the middle class poorer is inflation, interest rates, and high gas prices. Because everybody who lives in the margin, which is almost everybody lives within 50 grand of being bankrupt. That's almost everybody. The extra $5 grand a year we spend paying $6 for a fucking dozen eggs, that money matters to us, right? So when inflation goes down and jobs go up and there's competition for guys like me in the marketplace trying to hire people, wages go up and costs go down. That's a realized wealth. That's real. Come on, SK, get on with the program here. You heard it right now from Greg Medford. Any backlash from no more sculpting?
A little.
I didn't get backlash, radial lash, or axial lash. Not even side-to-side play. I didn't hear a thing. Listen, sculpting is gay. End of story. It's gay. It's gay. Make the knives the way I make. Take the knives the way I make the knives. They're cool. Sculpting is gay. It's like a lot of mousse and dyeing your hair. And you make your hair all special so you go out and you look great. It's not what girls like. It's gay. Moving on. Someone sent me a free Donald Trump shirt and wiped my ass because I won't want to mess toilet up. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Do you think the coin needs some red, white, and blue? You know, it's not a bad idea. I'll see if we're able to do any of that.
I think you saw the blue tape on it and thought that was blue, because I thought it at first, and then you mentioned you were just covering up information.
Amit Tatalovich, what are you doing watching this? Just join What's New. Philip Hartman, I'll tell you what, everything's new. You just missed it. Go back, start from the beginning. Fuck's sake. All right, will the coin be included in pending orders as well? No, we're not backdating it. It starts today. It is a promotion that starts today. Like, this is our Memorial Day whites sale. It starts on Memorial Day and goes forward. We don't go back to Labor Day. But thank you for asking, John. Tim Eagle, coin sent with MS Lombard order. Coin sent with MS Lombard order from October? No. Nobody does promotions in retro. Held for review. Democrats really fucked up by refusing Kennedy. Oh, I have said this a bunch of times. Imagine if they'd actually just been Democratic and said, this guy, we put him up. Like everybody we all knew Biden was skipping words and a bit, if you know what I mean, like in the first election. And then to run him again, absurdity. Then you wait till the last minute and now you're bound because you got to spend all his money on the same person or give it back. So they had to pick what's-her-face because of election law. If they'd have let Kennedy run in a fair and even primary, it would have been Kennedy versus Trump. That would have been us Trumpers, we don't like that. I like Kennedy on our side. Yeah. Let's see. Democrats, yes, they did. Will there be a preview for the Black Friday show? Yes. Tell us about that, Lindsay. When can people start previewing the knives?
We were going to make the preview available Monday. But if you want some to be preview available before that.
What does it say? It's medfordknife.com /
it'll be VHS.
/VHS. So if you go there, you can check in today or later today. We're going to start making knives live. And then as we finish them, they're going to add more to the list.
Progressively add more.
So we're going to do a progressive preview. You want to have a real full preview until, next Thursday probably. We're going to be adding knives all the way up to the end. But it should be great. Let's see. be a preview for Black Friday show. Yes. Greg, did you ever see that paper shredding truck outside of Department of Justice? Luna, I did not, but it does not surprise me. My mom's on here watching. Hi, Mom. Do you guys know about naked shorts? Zito PR. Do you know what naked shorts are?
No, but I'm about to go Google it.
We're going to find out. Dude, there's an app that shows and mimics congressional trading. It basically invests your money in the same stock they're getting into. We were just talking about that, but I think that's just for Pelosi, right? Or is that for
I was
everybody?
talking about the Pelosi one.
We were under the understanding it was just for Pelosi. We didn't know it was for all of them. If that already exists, great. I'm sure it'll outperform everybody. Let me see. My Gigante ships today. Did I make the... No. We're not sending it out with shipped knives. We're sending it with knives purchased today moving forward. Message retracted. My mom, no ducking omnibus bills. I think that's supposed to say fucking. We need more regulations. You wonder where I get it from. Literally dark pools. Single issue bills should be a constitutional amendment. And a 10-year sunset on all laws makes Congress do their jobs again. Right, you make them do their job because they run out of work. Imagine if 10 years from the day we enact this, Congress is like, oh shit, we've got hundreds of things coming through. We have to pick, we don't have enough time for it all. We have to pick the very best things and renew those. Less vacations, more real work, more voting, more accountability, do it in real time, and make them pay the price of voting all the time. That's what I say. All right. Fucking shadow banks, it's literally in the name. Too many safety bars on the playground. Absolutely. IOUs. We need more fucking regulation. See the IOUs. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I can't translate all these. Zito PR. Are you guys retarded? I'm just gonna. No, I'm gonna show that one because it's kind of fun. Citadel Securities. Oh, we got somebody's on here. Could be building my knife. OTF. I'm on my husband's ass again. Yours also. Debbie. All right, Debbie Gentry. Debbie, you're kind of a cunt. Knock it the fuck off. Fuck off my site. I'm blocking you. Your husband, I'm sorry you got to deal with her. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Message automatically held free. Okay, that one's gone. John Ironhorse, shout out to my fellow wrestling brethren. Because those of us who've been on the mat and had our faces scuffed up, we all we have affinity for one another. No self-reporting. Highlight Trump in gold. I think we'll do that. Silver, 58% gold, 41. Poll complete, 60 votes. One slow. Oh, yeah. Debbie, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put in timeout. For channel activity, add as moderator, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel. Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't want to hear her. She's kind of a cunt. Greg Medford, will the Samurai series be fixed or folders? Those will be folders and fixed. It should be great. Got my Slim Midi today, out freaking standing, much appreciated. Luna listening during lunch break. Thank you guys. All right, let me see this. Hello. Oh, hello in Russian is Sika Bilat. I'm sure I didn't say that right. It's actually private. Let me know if you need more titanium. Bob Shabala. Hey, Bob. Oh, my God. Bob's from Niagara Specialty Metals. He's on here. He just heard me call the customer a cunt. Please bring Amy to Blade's show. She'd be a huge hit. Damn it, now I got to buy another knife. Get off your butt, Gregor, and get those samurai knives going before inauguration so I can get my coin. Okay, all right, I'm working on it. Question, please. For those who brought the titanium card, I'm one of them. I don't remember. What are the perks? For those of you who bought the titanium black card, you get a very limited, one-of-a-kind edition of a knife. I'm doing one run of them. There are, I think, 200 of them. And those are all that'll ever be made, and I'm going to cut the tool in half while I'm live with you guys. You'll watch me cut it in half. The knife will never be made again. Oh, Debbie blocked again. Fantastic. Debbie is on one. Yeah, Debbie's gone. Debbie's actually blocked from our channel. I don't want her back on here. You know, her husband bought the knife, and I got the woman ragging on me. The guy, all he's got to do is call me up. Like, his knife's probably shipping right now. Imagine, okay, listen. Debbie, what's her name? Debbie Gentry. Debbie Gentry's husband. I don't know your name, but my condolences. I apologize for you having to be married to Debbie. I'm sure she's awesome. She sounds like she's got your back. I bet you don't fuck up though. Oh my God, such a cunt to me. Here's all you have to do. If you reach out to us, I think there's only 17 knives left on that queue, and there's probably 12 left since I said that a couple days ago. So there might only be less than 10 left from the original batch. Holler at me, and why don't you reach out to me at my cell phone, 480-227-2399. If your cunt wife calls me up, I'm gonna call her a cunt till the fucking cows come home and hang up on her. It's in my blood today. I'm just kidding, Debbie. I'm sure you're a real sweetheart. I'm just saying this is kind of funny to say. Don't be such a cunt online. This is for guys and cool chicks and lesbos and trans who are hiding. That's who's this. This is for everybody, but for people being cunts. I can't apologize anymore about how slow the delivery was on the original batch of knives that I sent out. Okay, I think that's it. Oh my God, that was one for the ages. I'm sorry y'all heard that, but it's kind of fun. Don't you every now and then just want to tell their customer to quit being a cunt? Like, quit being a cunt. Knock it the fuck off. So you guys don't know this. I had this customer, I think he was in Wales or Ireland. He called up and he had seen a picture of his knife, like in shipping and receiving. And he's like, Greg, it doesn't look black. And we were like, it's black. It doesn't look black. And he called me up and he's like, hey, it doesn't look black. I'm totally pissed off about it. You know, I don't want the black. It looks blue. You know, you got to get it to me. It's black. It doesn't look black. And so he had run everybody into the ground. I got on the phone, I'm like, hey man, listen, stop being a cunt. I'm telling you, it's fucking black. It's black as 4 feet up a bull's ass black. It's blacker than the fucking backside of it. It's black as can be. It's black. Well, Greg, I'll have to trust you, but if it doesn't, I'll be sending it back to you. I'll be pissed off. You know, the dude was like kind of blue collar, oiky British. I love the guy. And I said, quit being a cunt. Well, you know, and we ended up like with a handshake on the phone. It was fucking great.
And he got the knife and loved it.
And he got the knife and he loved it. But I was like, man, quit being a cunt. And he's like, oh. And he didn't even bat an eye. Americans lose their shit about everything. This is a British dude. He's like, oh, it doesn't mean to be a cunt, but, you know, it doesn't look fucking black. I want it black, Greg.
I looked up Gentry.
Yeah?
He's literally the next one to ship.
He's the next one to ship? What's his name?
James.
James. I'm sorry about calling your wife a cunt.
And he's number 97, and he's next. So he's like 97, and then 3 more, and we're done with whatever grind style he has.
Yeah, whichever knife you got, you were the third to the last to buy it, so you're at the tail end of it. I apologize. Amy just came in and gave me the scoop. What's his name again? James. I'm sure she's not a cunt. I'm sure she's just being a little cunty to me in defense of you, which is a good woman. She's got your back. So maybe she's wonderful. And if she's hot, even better. But you know what you could do? Just like, you could buy another knife right now. If you bought another knife right now, I'll ship it to you like, you know, very quickly. And it'll come with one of these cool coins. And then you could be like, hey, babe, I ordered a coin. I ordered a knife. Look how fast it showed up. And then she's going, yeah, go off about the OTF. That would be so much fun. And I would like to see, James chime in here. Matter of fact, we should do a show with James, like a face-to-face. It'd be like one of those, you know, how's life with Debbie? Like that. Don't you guys think that would be fun when you see a harpy wife in here jamming it on me? We could do like a little conversation between James and me, just like, what's it like being married to Debbie? He could give us the breakdown. Have to do it from work maybe, or from his car, like down at the QT or Circle K down the street. All right, this is our promotion we're doing. Go to medfordknife.com and check it out. If you guys like it, cool. Do you know what I just realized? I wish there was a mute button for most women. It just works out so nicely. I know there's a lot of girls on here, but I wish there was a mute button for most women. It would be really funny to. Imagine you just hit a fucking like, oh, you're banned from my site for the day. Oh, I'm gonna quiet down comments from you for a few hours. It would just, I guarantee that the divorce rate in this country would plummet. We'd have like a 10% instead of a 50% divorce rate. It would literally save Western civilization and more babies would be made. A lot more babies if we just had a fucking mute button on, I don't know, a certain percentage of women. Almost everybody at some point. And see, you guys, there's a mute button on me. You can just hit mute. Boop. Mute me. Good times. Thanks for stopping in. Greg Medford from Medford Knife and Main Street Knives. We are here just telling it like we see it. Still surprised women have the right to vote. We're going to roll with it, though, because we want happiness and peace at home. But I just want a mute button. Boop. Debbie. Shh. You know, you put your finger right there, right on her lips. Fantastic. James, I look forward to chatting with you. Sorry, I'm not really sorry. I would do it again. I'll talk to you later. Greg Medford from Medford Knife and Tool, Main Street Knives, American Service Knife. I'm out.